Yet another woke judge has removed Trump from the ballot. Is it something or nothing? Let's talk about it. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about yet another judge, a woke judge, removing Trump from the 2024 presidential primary ballot, this time in Illinois. Now, there's a lot I want to say. There's a lot we got to cover. But first things first, the timing of this is very interesting. Today is March 1st. Yes, it's March already. I know 24 has been moving at the speed of light, but we're already in March, and their primary is on March 19th. So just about 2.5 weeks from now, their primary will happen. And I think they're already in early voting, depending upon what county of the state that you're in. So I think this is a way to discourage voters from going out there and voting on election day for Donald Trump, because they may think that Trump's not going to be on the ballot. That's what's happening. In reality, he's going to be on the ballot. They're already trying to figure this out in Colorado. They already tried this whole rigmarole there. They put a stay on it, whatever. He's on the ballot in Colorado, and the case is currently in the Supreme Court. So what's the purpose of any place, any state, any jurisdiction, anyone removing Trump from the ballot right now, when the reason why they did it is currently being seen in the Supreme Court? The whole he incited an insurrection and he's not eligible because of the Constitution. Now, look, before we even get into the videos and whatnot, let's just talk about that right quick. Even if that argument is valid, that he's not eligible if he incited an insurrection, show me the conviction. How about that? You can accuse him of doing the thing. You can say, oh, well, look, man, you got a pair of eyes. He did it right there on video camera. Look, I don't care if he went in front of the White House, poured gasoline on the ground and set it on fire. I don't care if he did it, but let's get a conviction. How about that? You can't punish someone or render a sentence legally without a conviction. Now, I'm no legal, and if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. When you're talking about civil cases, as far as money being paid out, that's one thing. But taking someone off the ballot, imposing a legal, maybe even criminal penalty on them with no conviction, that's not constitutional. Maybe I'm wrong. Y'all let me know. Now, before I go any further, let's go ahead and get into a couple news clips. If you want to see these clips in full, links, as always, will be in the description. If you're on IG, visit the link in the bio, go to the corresponding article on the website. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
Now, less than 3 weeks away from the March primary election, a Cook County judge has ruled Donald Trump is disqualified from running in Illinois for violating Section 3 of the 14th Amendment. Judge Tracy Porter then put her order on hold until Friday in anticipation of an immediate appeal by Trump's attorneys. Porter's ruling reverses last month's decision by the Illinois Board of Elections to keep Trump's name on the ballot after a group of Illinois voters accused the former president of engaging in insurrection leading to the January 6th Capitol riot.
So we got some conflict happening in Illinois. So there was a decision made by a board to say, okay, keep him on, after people in the state, I guess, were trying to get him off. And this judge is, I guess, reversing that original ruling. So now we got conflict happening in Illinois.
Tonight, I spoke with Fox 32 political analyst Stephen Caliendo about the impact on next month's primary.
What this ruling essentially says is Donald Trump himself is not fit for office, cannot serve office, and therefore could not be on the ballot in Illinois to run for office. But technically, when we vote in the primaries in Illinois, we're not voting for the presidential candidate. We're voting for electors who pledge to those candidates to go to the respective national conventions and cast their ballots.
Now, of course, today's ruling becomes moot if the U.S. Supreme Court rules against the state of Colorado, which decided to remove Trump from the ballot ahead of their primary this coming Tuesday.
Okay, so that's one video. Now, of course, Trump did immediately appeal it. And once he appealed it, the judge issued a stay. Now, a lot of people may not even know what that means. This is what I'm talking about when I say they do things like this to discourage people. See, people are just going to hear the initial news report that he was removed from the ballot in Illinois. So people are going to say, well, he's not on the ballot. I can't go vote for him. That's what they hope for. I don't think you guys are going to fall for it. because you know it's BS. You're going to go out there, you're going to vote regardless. Even if you wasn't on the ballot, it doesn't matter. You're still going to write them in there regardless. So this is all just a game. It's all a game to keep Trump in court, to keep you occupied mentally with what they're doing rather than focusing on voting for who you want to vote for. That's all it's about. And, you know, it's funny because the left always talk about voter suppression and they're trying to keep you from voting. Well, this kind of thing right here, in my opinion, from my point of view, is the definition of voter suppression. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think so. Let's keep on going.
With the Illinois primary now just over 2 weeks away, the legal fight over Donald Trump's appearance on the ballot is on hold.
The question tonight is for how long? Hours after the Trump campaign filed an appeal to Cook County Judge Tracy Porter's ruling that the former president be disqualified from the Illinois primary election for inciting the Capitol riot on January 6th, Porter made good on her intention to stay the order, pending a ruling by a higher court. Fox 32 political analyst Stephen Caliendo believes Judge Porter's interpretation of the insurrection clause of the 14th Amendment does not align with other legal experts.
Scott, as you know, that the special prosecutor, Jack Smith, in bringing charges about Trump's role in January 6th, chose not to charge him under the Insurrection Act.
So he's not even being charged. It's like, okay, it's one thing to have no conviction. That's bad enough. But where's the charge? Is he even being charged with what they are saying that he actually did? It's crazy.
Former Illinois Republican Party Chair Pat Brady believes all the blue state political hand-wringing over whether or not Trump appears on ballots serves only to galvanize his base.
The reality is politically, this just gins up Trump supporters. Politically, I don't think the Democrats like to see this at all because this really motivates Trump people who feel that the last election was stolen, whether that's legit or not. This really amps them up.
That's all that it does. All you're doing right now is just helping Trump supporters. You're not helping your cause over there on that side of the aisle. Not at all.
Caliendo believes the Illinois court's ruling may become a catalyst for the nation's high court to rule on other cases ahead of the big Super Tuesday vote next week.
Maybe it'll be a nudge to the U.S. Supreme Court that they better get moving because these lawsuits are underway in various stages in many states.
Brady believes after all is said and done, Trump will prevail.
I don't think that this situation in Illinois or anywhere else is going to make the Supreme Court put on a decision that they are pending right now with Colorado. They may not even rule on the Colorado situation until after the election is over with. And if that happens, then he stays on the ballot anywhere that they try this. All they got to do, look, here's what happens. I'm going to just close with this. Here's what happens. In any state where they try this, where they take Trump off the ballot because of the insurrection allegation, just an allegation, because even if you think that he did it and that it was caught on camera, where's the conviction? Innocent until proven guilty or no? Do we have that in this country? Oh, ABL, the Constitution. Well, we also have due process and things of this nature, but I digress. My point is this. Anywhere where they try this, it's going to be the same result. Trump will appeal it. They'll put a stay on it, which means it won't go into effect. And the Supreme Court still has a Colorado case. You could have all 50 states do the exact same thing that Colorado and Illinois tried to do, or the judges in these places, whoever did it, whoever brought it forward. Any place can try this. It'll be the same exact result. Trump will still be on the ballot. And as they were saying, as I close for real, all you're going to do is just galvanize Trump supporters because we see what's happening here. This is a blatant attempt to take votes away from people, to keep people from voting, to discourage us, to demoralize us. It's an obvious attempt because you know it won't go anywhere. You know you don't have anything. They're just doing whatever they can. They're throwing whatever at the wall to see what sticks. That's not going to actually work. That's going to make things worse for the Democrats, and it'll make it better for us. They are just desperate because they know this man is very popular. They know their guy in there, Joe, is pretty much hanging on by a prayer, and they really want to get him out of there, but they don't want to look weak. They know Kamala Harris isn't a good pick. They don't want to just shoehorn Gavin Newsom in there, which is what they should do if they were thinking logically, but they don't want to do that because it'll make them look weak as a party. So they have no choice other than to do things like this to discourage people from going out there and voting for Trump. But their desperation won't do anything but make their own case worse. And that's fine with me. And I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your take on what's happening with all these ridiculous cases of trying to take Trump off the ballot? You got Colorado, Illinois, and this state and that state, all these woke activist people masquerading as judges or whatever. Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. This is a continuation of what we've already seen over the past few years, ever since before Trump got elected the first time, 2016. It's the same old thing. Trying to keep him out the way. And at a certain point, the people, the will of the people is not going to be held back. We have 4 years of this guy of creepy sleepy. People don't like it. Even so-called stomp down Democrats. Even if the Democrats hate Trump, or at least they don't like Trump, they don't like Biden either. He's not a person that really encourages people to go to the poll and vote. So you're going to have people are going to stay home. They're not going to vote for this guy. And people that want to vote for Trump, conservatives, Trump supporters, they're going to go out en masse and vote for Donald Trump. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.